Hi, this is ZachSketch, and I'm here with the second of my monster dolls. I've finally gotten these guys pretty much finished. I just have to put his wig on. This is going to be Cornelius. He's going to be Calliope's brother. And what I did with him is, I took his wig off, of course, as you could see that. And I did some sanding on him. I didn't want to do a whole lot on him, but I went ahead and I darkened his eyebrows. I used a couple of different colors. Like I did with Calliope, I wanted them to match a little bit so they look like brother and sister. And I have my lights on, but they're still kind of dark in here. I used a brown and a gray, a light gray, and I mixed those two together for his eyebrows. And then I kind of put a similar color on his lips because the brown by itself was not showing up. And then I redid his teeth a little bit so that it filled in the gap between his teeth, but what it did was kind of cool. It left the indentation between the two teeth, so that's kind of neat. I also colored in underneath his nose and his nostrils because I wanted him to look more masculine. And I went back and took that brown and put it on his eyelids, and then I also took the gray and put it across the top of his eyelashes, and I put the brown around his eyes too, just a little bit around his eyes, the eye socket themselves. And then I wasn't real happy with that, so I went back. So I didn't think it made him look, his eyes look deep enough. So what I did is I went back and did just tipped right here and in the interior of his eyes with the gray again. Then I put gray across the eyelid, and I wasn't real thrilled with that either, so I went back and I put black over the gray so it made it even deeper. And I didn't do anything underneath the eye because I didn't want him to look too feminine, so I went ahead. I do have to clear coat the eye though, to give it a nice gloss. Yeah, because like this eye you can tell is a little dull. I haven't done that yet. I went back and I sealed the eyebrows and real lightly sealed the eye itself, the eyelid and around the eye. Just lightly sealed them. And I sealed the lips a little bit. You can see there's a shine there, but I didn't want to lose the lips. And that's pretty much it. I did also tip his, just barely. I used this is what I used. It's an older white nail polish that I had, and I tipped it's so light that you can barely tell. I just wanted to give him a natural looking fingernail, so that's why I did it. And then I went back and sealed his fingernails. And I did the same with his toenails. And so you can't really tell. You can barely tell I did that. But I just wanted him to look really natural. So that's what he's got so far. This is him so far. And that's what he looks like. There's Calliope in the background with Maverick and Britt. And this is him. And all he needs is his hair, his wig. So, but his wig will be permanent. Calliope is going to have a second wig, so I have to make that for her yet. But this is going to be Cornelius. Okay. Tell me what you think. Also, one other thing real quick. He had deep cuts on his face. I sanded them a little bit, but I didn't want to over sand like I did with Calliope, because I ended up with her face looking a little odd. So what I did is and you can see them, I think. I can see them. So what I did is I went ahead and put a scar there. And to make him look, kind of manly. That's kind of cool. And and again, this is acrylic paint, so I can wipe it off. I didn't seal that, so I can wipe it off if I need to. I like the way he looks. I think he's got depth in his eyes like I wanted him to have, and he has the nice eyebrows, and they match Calliope's a little bit. But he's a more masculine version of her. I also did go back and put shadows around his nose a little bit, as well as in his nostrils, so that he looked more masculine as well. So I like the way he looks. I'm happy with him. Okay, tell me what you think. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Hi YouTube friends, this is Josie G, and I'm here with Cornelius, my new remade monster doll, and he has his wig attached. What I did this time, so I didn't have to create a wig and use 10 inches of my wig product, or my hair product basically, and I'll show you what they look like here, the wefts that I'm using. I'll pull one out for you here. It's still in the package, so here is the red, for example. It's quite long, as you can tell, and I didn't want to have to cut that way up, and they get kind of expensive. So what I did, it just doesn't make any sense to me to have to buy 10 inches of this and so much of the width of it for a big amount of money, then have to make the wig and then have to cut over half of it off, So what I did for him is I went ahead, since I wanted shorter hair for him, what I did is I went ahead and bought a pre-made Monique wig. It's by Monique. It was a seller, though, that I purchased it from eBay, and she got it to me super fast. And it's a chestnut colored wig. It's not quite black, and it's a darker brown. And what I did is I took pieces of my white wefts, and let's see, what do I have here? I'm trying to find my pieces that I might have that are loose, and yeah, I can't find them, of course. But what I did is I took, I must have tucked them away because they were kind of in the way. But basically, I took this white and I trimmed it to what I needed. Like if I needed this much of it, this little tiny bit, and then I tucked it in places in the wig, and then I had to cut a lot of it off. So it's kind of a waste, but that's what I did because this is the look I wanted. Some of it, of course, is longer, as you can see. It goes from there to there. And then since it was sticking straight down, straight out, I had to go and take him into the bathroom and put my curling iron on and heat that up, and very carefully, so I wouldn't fry the wefts of hair that I just did put in, I had to very carefully go back and curl just the white. That's all I curled, because this brown has a natural curl to it. It's called a page boy. Has a natural curl to it already. So that's what I did. That's it. So now all I have to do is maybe spray it into a style, and that's it. But I really like it a lot. It looks really good. I like the way it lays and everything else. So, and it won't lose its curl per se. It won't get straight again. I mean, it was really sticking out to where it was like straight out to here, you know, just like this. It was terrible. So now he looks a lot better. So there's the hair. And I didn't really do anything on this side. I didn't really want a whole lot on that side. I didn't want his whole head covered. I just wanted some white integrated here and there, so where I could kind of brush it back into the brown and make it interesting. That's pretty much it. See? I can just kind of cover it over if I want to. That's kind of what I wanted. I'll take some pictures for you so you can kind of get a look at it. But I think he's turning out really nicely, and I really like it a lot, and I welcome your comments. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.